Joining us now, Guggenheim Securities analyst Vamil Divan. He has a $33 price target, buy rating. What do you think of the guidance? Let's start there.
I thought it was good. I think a lot of questions. 2024, they gave a very conservative start, raised quite a bit through the course of the year. I think there's a more normalized time now, a little more clarity on how Paxlovid, their antiviral for COVID at least, will perform in 2025. A lot of questions still on the vaccine. But overall, I think it was a good start. We were saying anything over like 255, 260 would probably be well received. So I think it's a good start. Now, obviously, they need to deliver and raise over the course of the year. And then more importantly, the pipeline, I think, is where a lot of questions are, because the focus really is what are they going to do for 2025 to 2030?
Right.
A lot of the key products.
A lot of that pipeline dependent in part, I guess, on CGen or integrating that obviously very large acquisition, one that many people believe they overpaid for. How optimistic are you then on that pipeline and its ability to deliver?
Yeah, I think we're more optimistic than most. I think certainly the CGen deal was a little bit controversial how much they paid. They've talked about $10 billion in sales by 2030. We can see them getting to that level, and a lot of the stuff that they're working on now, we'll see in the next year or two, maybe they can even exceed that amount. Some of the other deals that they did before CGen, a little bit more mixed results so far. But I think CGen, if that comes through, if the Biohaven acquisition comes through, obviously the BioNTech collaboration, those are things that can turn this company around. It just is going to take time and sort of baby steps to show that they're making the progress that people are looking for.
Our team will build on a year of disciplined execution in 2024, is what the CEO said in a statement. He used discipline again in another statement. I feel like this is a direct answer to some of the complaints of Starboard, right? They took a big stake, Jeff Smith. They talked a lot about, or we reported a lot about, the need for discipline and cost cuts. This is a start, but execution is going to be key. So what does the road look like from here to appease an investor like this?
Yes, I think they did a nice job this year executing commercially. I think they raised the numbers. I think, again, it's a bit of a conservative start, but did a nice job through the course of the year. So I think people feel good there. But again, a lot of these products are going away. And so just delivering on these is not enough. The pipeline was a little bit more mixed results in 2024. A lot of important events coming up in 2025. A lot of focus on their obesity efforts, which we'll get an update on in the first quarter. A lot of work in oncology, some of this from CGen, some internally to Pfizer, in breast cancer, in bladder cancer, in myeloma, a lot of different areas where they're working. Those are the assets that need to deliver.
Well, because they need revenue growth. I mean, they can do the cost cuts, right?
But exactly. So from
revenue.
They have about $17-18 billion of small molecule revenues, so pills that are going to go generic in the next few years. We know that's going away. What's replacing those? And that's really the main question. So these assets that are in the pipeline now need to come through. We've seen a couple with some positive readouts, a few more to come, and then we can see, okay, at least they can maintain their current revenue base and hopefully grow it as we go through the end of the decade.
You said there's some questions around vaccines, and the president-elect did mention mandates at schools yesterday. What do you think the questions are?
So I think the big questions is certainly around RFK Jr. being nominated as the head of HHS, and will there be any changes policy-wise in terms of whether it's mandates or the new strains of the vaccines that come out every fall, sort of in time with whatever the strains are prevalent in the environment at that time, so they're sort of timely vaccines and people would want to get them. So we're not sure there's going to be major policy changes, and I think Pfizer today was pretty clear in saying their guidance assumes no policy changes. But even beyond policy changes, just the rhetoric around vaccines, is there's more discussion about the value of COVID vaccines. If there's more sort of anti-vax discussion around there, do people who got vaccinated this year, last year, choose not to get vaccinated in 2025, 2026? I think that is a little bit of a risk. They had about $5 billion in sales probably at the end of the year for their COVID vaccine. Maybe that comes down a little bit, but I think it's probably more down to the $4 billion sort of range, not down to 1 or 2. So a little bit of a headwind that they have to work through, but not like this is falling off a cliff. And then the antiviral, if less people are getting vaccinated, presumably there'll probably be a little bit more COVID in the circulating, and maybe the antiviral sales pick up a little bit. So net, they think their COVID sales will be roughly flat this year to next year, taking account for some one-time items that helped them this year. But I think that's not unreasonable. Maybe it's a little bit optimistic, but not unreasonable.